Hello, this is Tony Berry with Infinity Infosystems. This is another in the video series comparing QlikView to Visual Analyzer. And in this section, I'm going to talk about extensions and mashups. This is one of the areas that we believe QlikView has some great opportunity for use with sales logics and other applications. So we're going to show several examples of this. But this, again, is something that's not available in Visual Analyzer. It does require the newer version of QlikView, and also requires that you implement the server product so that you can share these extensions and mashups across a group of people. What I'm going to do is a real quick demo. I think will give an idea of what these are. But what extensions and mashups are, they're ways of taking QlikView and adding plugins or components to it. In many cases, these are for chart elements that maybe you want to display but that don't exist in QlikView, or there are ways of integrating or mashing up QlikView with other applications. So I'm going to show a couple examples of each of these. What I'm going to start with, though, is just some examples of some extensions. And QlikView provides 5 or 6 with the product, and actually allows you to develop your own, which I'll show you one that Infinity is working on. But these let you do things like pull in Gantt chart information. So here what you're seeing at the top is I've got a standard QlikView document running inside Sales Logics, and then down below I'm pulling campaign information over. But instead of presenting it in a standard bar chart, I'm presenting it in a Gantt chart. And I'm just using one of the Gantt chart controls to actually display this, but this is linked with the QlikView data. So if I click on the buy one, get one free, you're going to see that the chart repaints and narrows in on just that one campaign. Or if I click on multiples, as we all know QlikView can do, I'm able to show a Gantt chart associated with that information. So it is dynamic, but it is this ability to really extend the charting capability that's inherent within QlikView. And a couple other examples that they show is this concept of a flexigrid. These could be individual people's pictures. You could be looking at employees and the years that they came on. So there I can see Amelia and Lee came on in 2008. Or if I want to look at a series of years, I can do that. But this chart element is not something that's included in QlikView. It's actually built as an extension. Here's an example of a stream chart, which is a highly visual way of seeing monthly sales performance across a stream. So here you can see by each of the products, and as I hover, it gives me details. Again, this is a chart type that simply does not exist within QlikView. And then the other thing they've added is a people chart, which is a way of taking different graphic elements and displaying these on a chart. And then finally, there is this concept of a web viewer. And what that lets you do is really take any website and embed it within QlikView. And I'll show you a couple ways of the way we're using this right now to have basically Sales Logics use QlikView to look into other applications and pull data back. But this is the concept here. I've got QlikView's website running inside Sales Logics, and using QlikView is really the engine to create that web viewer. But what I thought I'd do is I'm going to show a real example of how this might be used. And this is a mashup that we're going to do between Sales Logics, QlikView, and then SAP data. And we're able to use this concept of extensions and mashups to accomplish that. So in this case, what you can see is I'm on an account record in Sales Logics, that being the Pentagon parent company. And what I've got is an embedded version of QlikView using part of our iAnalytics template, where QlikView is now pulling the data back and presenting it, though, in the context of the record that I'm on. So in this case, I'm on Pentagon's record, and you can see that I see their information. If I scroll to another record in the system, in this case, I'm going to scroll to Pentagon Credit Union, the chart will change as I move forward. So again, just to show you what's happening there, is the chart element is in context of the account record that I'm on. So this is using that great capability of extending and mashing up QlikView, not only with external data sources, but within the context of the record that you're on inside Sales Logic. So really good example of using extensions and mashups to accomplish something that's highly interactive and then embedded within the CRM tool.